Well, thanks everybody. I appreciate the opportunity to get together. I'm Shannon Whitley from California. I'm a techno-functional customer. I've been using Workday for about 10 years now.
Okay, hi everybody. It's David, the sharing guy from California.
All right, I'm Meredith. I'm from Texas. I do functional benefits mostly, but a little bit of other stuff too.
Hi, Stacy from California. I've been in higher ed about 20 years and have been in Workday for the past 3 years. I do mainly reporting and configuration for both HCM and finance.
Hi everyone, Matilda from Sweden. I've been doing Workday for 5 years on the HCM side, doing reporting, security, talent, and performance.
And I'm Jen in Texas. I've been in Workday for about 7 years and higher ed for about 15 years, working on HCM, recruiting, config, reporting, anything to do with HCM.
Okay, Shannon, tell us the backstory here.
Great. Well, I was in the cafe, the sharing cafe that David was hosting. And as we were going through a demonstration, there was a report being built and a calc field, multiple calc fields being developed. And the discussion came up about report-specific calc fields, when to use them, and if they were something that people promoted. And we had a good discussion in the chat and a lively discussion through the online piece. And I thought I'd throw out a post on LinkedIn about my experiences, and I was interested to hear what others were thinking about report-specific calc fields. And what my opinion and what I found over the years is I have used them sparingly. Because they hide logic that other users might want to see in the tenant-wide calc fields. They sort of can make it more difficult, in my opinion, to maintain logic over time. And there's definitely the potential for duplication of logic and duplication of work. And so unless something is super specific to a certain report, which you don't think will ever be reused, or maybe you're trying to keep something very tightly controlled for a particular integration, and you don't want any risk of that being updated incorrectly, I tend to lean toward suggesting that we use the tenant-wide calc fields whenever possible. So that's why I wrote this post. I've been getting some great and interesting feedback. One of the most interesting comments I thought was actually in the sharing cafe, where someone mentioned, well, isn't this kind of like Coke versus Pepsi? And my opinion is it's very not, but I think it's an interesting opinion to talk about nonetheless.
Okay, now Shannon, I'm going to go to the next slide. I was in the sharing cafe, and so this is all leading up to the 2.2 Calcfield Share-a-thon. So quick plug for that. That comes up on Wednesday, right after next week's sharing cafe. But this is the votes that we had for different topics for 2.2, and you'll see the bar there. Calcfields wins. And then on the very far left is reporting. And like Shannon just said, a great comment came. It's like, isn't it like Coke and Pepsi? No, I think it's more like, water and like shots of tequila. Like one of them is good idea. The other one is maybe a good idea, but it depends, right? Like maybe it's rare that you drink water instead of shots of tequila, or the other way around.
No, but I agree. I don't really like report-specific calculus either. There are a few cases. I would say mainly when you do matrix reports where you try to use functionality you can't use system-wide calculus for. But otherwise, you tend to redo it, or you tend to have someone that wants another type of report, or you want to pick it up in, someone wants to mimic it in an advanced report or search report or whatever. So for me, I tend to always go for the system-wide. Make sure you write something in the comments how it's used instead. And as someone I think wrote as well, Shannon, on your post, that it's better to actually train the report writers to know when they're editing calc field, how they see what they are editing and what impact it could have, rather than doing it. So I would say those shots of kilo or water should be really scarcely used.
Fully agree with everything I've seen posted. The only other time I use report-specific calc fields is if I don't know what data I'm trying to pull, and I will use a junk custom report with junk report-specific calc fields to just see if I can't get what I want to show up. And then once I know what it is and get something working, I'll convert those to system calc fields for what I'm using. So that way it's a real easy cleanup of my junk calc field.
What Jen just said is almost exactly what the only time I use report-specific calc fields is if I'm playing around, like she called it, junk. If I'm not really sure what's going to happen, that's my biggest use case for them. And I did read Shannon's post on the comments on it, and I thought they were very interesting. And I do agree, integrations has come up several times as something that you definitely don't want to let someone change and break those calc fields. So
like Matilda mentioned, like really knowing exactly why the calc field was written so that you know if you can edit it. And then I always look to see where else it's used to figure out if I can truly use that existing calc field or not. So training people on that. But the naming convention has been great for us. It took us a little bit to develop one, and it helps a lot.